So in this tutorial we're going to look at using the line equation formula format y equals mx plus c. If we can get a linear equation into this form, it's much easier to deal with and saves loads of time. It also tells us what's going on with the line, which is why it's as it is. So, for example, we've got a c here, which you need to know this represents the y-intercept. And you've got an m, which represents the gradient. Right, the gradient is a way of measuring the slope, so we'll look into that in a little while. So we've got 2 points. We've got somewhere we can pinpoint the line, and then we've got an angle which we can add to it, which should give us all the information we need for the line. So, bearing all this in mind, we need to look at an example now. If I was to say y equals 2x plus 1, this means the c will be 1, so we can instantly plot 1 on the y-axis. This will always be on the y-axis, but it might be down here. There's a plus 1 in this case, so it's up here. And I've put a circle around it just so we can see what we're doing. And then we're trying to work out what on earth this 2x means. What the 2x means is gradient equals 2, which is also measured from the graph as y, change in y, over a change in x, which can be done by counting the squares. So, for example, if we make that equal to 2 over 1, we can now count the squares. Right, in the y direction, if I count 2 squares and just draw the little triangle there to show where I've got it from to start with, and then in the x direction, draw the other triangle, we have 1 here, and we have 2 there on the y side, which is following the giving you a gradient of 2 effectively. The next thing to do is to clearly mark an accurate point at that corner there. Take your ruler and hopefully draw a straight line, which is maybe fairly difficult with this. Right, now that line will be straight when you do it with a pencil. You need to make sure it's completely straight, not wobbly, and going through these lines here, which is just missed because it's hard on a scratch pad. So, there we have it. We've just managed to plot a y equals 2x plus 1 line, and we know it's true, we know it's correct, in 3 moves, I think you'll find, so that could save you some time in an exam.